Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. For updates on sports stories across the globe, AB Iyomon joins us. Good morning, AB.
Well, good morning, Ayo and Dr. Abati. I think we're starting the show on a very interesting and happy note as the Super Falcons of Nigeria finally broke the Olympic jinx last night to qualify for the football tournament for the first time in 16 years. 0-0 draw ensured that they were able to achieve that feat, courtesy of a very brilliant performance from the goalkeeper, Chiamaka Nnadozie, who made some important saves to keep Nigeria in the game and ensure that they qualified for that tournament. And now Nigeria, whose best feat at the tournament was recorded in 1999 and 2004, where they reached the quarter-final stage, will face some footballing giants like Spain, who have been on a rise in the last couple of years, winning the Women's World Cup and the Women's Nations League. And we also have Japan, who reached the second place in 2012, and Brazil, who've gotten 2 silver medals, their best feat in 2004, 2008. And the coach, Randy Waldrum, is now saying that they need quality preparation ahead of this game. He said it after the match. Let's listen to him.
My plea and my challenge is to the Minister of Sport and to the Federation to help us prepare properly. We need a camp in Europe to prepare for the group that we have. We need proper training. We need proper transportation. We need to do things right because these women deserve this opportunity to go represent our country of Nigeria in the best possible way. And as we know, with this field being small in the Olympics, every team is top teams. And you look at our group, it's again, like the World Cup, it's the group of death, so to speak. So those are some things.
Well, hopefully they are giving the right preparation to ensure they do well. We saw them at the World Cup and now at the Olympics. I think Nigerians will be excited about this particular news. And now to Germany and Italy as well, where reports say that AC Milan, who will be letting go, or Olivier Giroud, their top strikers contract coming to an end at the end of the season. They are looking for top strikers as well, but their primary target is Bologna's Joshua Zirkzee, and the alternative option will be Nigeria's Victor Boniface, who plies his trade with Bayer Leverkusen. He's been on fire this season, barring the injury he got in January. He scored 16 goals and had as many assists as he could get, getting 5 back-to-back Rookie of the Month award. And I think that's a big one for Victor Boniface. Yes, Bayer Leverkusen are doing well and on the verge of clinching the Bundesliga title, but we know that the AC Milan are traditional football giants, especially in Europe and in Serie A. So we'll see how that pounds out for Victor Boniface, who's spectacular this season. And now to the Champions League, where interesting matches were seen yesterday. We saw Arsenal and Bayern Munich play a 2-2 draw, but this match had a lot of talks after because of the penalty controversies. Towards the end, we saw Bukayo Saka and Neuer, that's Manuel Neuer, that's the goalkeeper of Bayern, have a contact, and they thought that could have been a penalty. So many say it could have been, but looking at it closely, you could say it could be given or not based on discretion of the referee. After that hit, some say he jumped on Noah's leg. We also saw in that same match where Raya kicked the ball to Gabriel and he handled the ball, which was not given as penalty. So a lot of controversies after this game, but they have all to play for on April 17 when they play the second leg there in Allianz Arena in Germany. And in the other match played, we saw Manchester City and also Real Madrid play a 3-3 draw. That's a classic in the Santiago Bernabeu. A match to play for as well when we see them face off on April 17th at the Etihad. Now, other matches will be played today in the Champions League, where we'll see PSG take on Barcelona at the Parc des Princes. The last time Barcelona played in PSG's home, they had a 1-0 draw and lost 5-2 on aggregate. We'll also see another match being played, that's Atletico Madrid take on Dortmund. Atletico Madrid have not been bad this season as well, and Dortmund they've struggled in the Bundesliga. This game will mean a lot to Atletico Madrid, who've had Griezmann firing and doing very well, as well as Alvaro Morata. Well, they are at home. We know how Atletico Madrid plays their game. And lastly, we'll see Nigeria's females and green face off in Rwanda come May. They're going to be facing 7 other teams. That's the host Rwanda, they'll take on Uganda, Botswana, Zimbabwe. Nigeria's female senior cricket team won the bronze medal at the African Games, and this kind of tournament, which they're participating for the 5th time, will give them the much exposure that they need. Cricket needs to thrive, and we've seen the women and the men as well put on a lot of efforts to ensure that they do their bit in the continent and outside it as well.
All right, thank you very much, AB. Now, congratulations to the Super Falcons of Nigeria. We're heading to Paris for the Olympics, and we're really excited about that. And very importantly, what one could term or give the title of Woman of the Match to Nadozie, and she was the AFCON goalkeeper, female goalkeeper of the year as well, the African champion in that regard. So little or no surprises there. She has been excellent and in form this season. But I want to center on the plea by their coach, Randy Waldrum, to the NFF and to the sports ministry to please ensure that we give the full support to our women. They've done their part. They've qualified for the tournament. It's now Nigeria's turn to play our own part in ensuring that they have all that they require, including that camp in Europe that's required for them to plan ahead and prepare sufficiently. I believe the women can do great, can do well at the Olympics, and we must put our money behind them to ensure, and also calling private investors, private sport enthusiasts who would also like to support them on their in this campaign to hopefully doing really well and perhaps even winning at Paris 2024. But a big congratulations.
Yes, congratulations to the Super Falcons. In breaking a jinx, they also tried to protect one. They've never lost on South African soil, so they didn't lose. 9-time African champions, but they've broken the jinx of a 16 years wait to get back to the Olympics. The last time they were in the Olympics was in 2008. And now, again, our under-23 male football team could not make it to the Olympics, Paris 2024. So where the men failed, the women have succeeded. So congratulations again to the Falcons for doing us proud. They knew that a defeat would not have worked. So they were prepared, they knew what to do, and they did what they had to do. However, it's not just about qualifying to go to Paris for the Olympics. It's for us to be able to start the preparation early and to be able to put up a performance that Nigerians will be proud of. We're in Group C. In that Group C, Japan is there, Brazil is there, Spain, defending champions, is also in that Group C. So it's not as if we're going to Paris to just go and show up. We have to make sure that we give it what it takes. But the ladies have a very good spirit, and they were able to show that, in fact, without Asisat Oshoala, they have enough resources. Asisat Oshoala paid for just about 7 minutes, towards the end. But still, we managed to go to Olympics. Now, you talked about quarterfinals yesterday in the Champions League. Well, the match between Arsenal and Bayern Munich, 2-2. But there was an issue about that, about penalties. Arsenal was saying, they deserved the penalty in the dying minutes, stoppage time. But Bayern Munich is also saying, look, we should have been given a penalty because of Gabriel's error. He didn't know that the referee had blown the whistle for the ball to be sent out. He picked the ball. And now the referee says it's a kid's mistake. So I don't know. I mean, you are the expert. Do they allow kids' mistakes in football or in any other sports? Opinion is divided in that regard. Finally, trans women have been banned from women's volleyball. The world body of volleyball says if you are transgender, you can't come and play volleyball. In the spirit of fairness, if you're a man, you're a man. If you're a woman, you are a woman. And it's not just world volleyball that has taken this decision. We've seen it in women's cycling. We've seen it in swimming, we've seen it, also in cricket, international cricket. But tell me a bit about kids' mistake in football.
Well, Doctor, this, I think, is discretionary, but what is important to note is that rules are rules. When they are offside and there's the VAR check, you have to play by the rules. The rule says that after the whistle has been blown, when the goalkeeper kicks the ball, no other player can handle the ball. And Gabriel is an outfield player. He should know this rule critically. And it also boils down on the referee and what he should have done. I think the refereeing body should actually look at that refereeing decision. It's a decision that should have stood as a penalty. That's why I also think that he decided not to award the penalty against Bayern during that Noah and Bukayo Saka's contact, because like I said, for that particular last decision, it was discretionary for him. He could have decided to give a penalty and no one would argue about it, and he could have also decided to give to not blow the whistle for a penalty, and some people will say yes, it wasn't a penalty, and yes and no, it was a penalty. So that for Bukayo Saka's contact with Noah, that was discretionary. But for Gabriel handling the ball in a penalty, he's already set a precedent. So that probably if another match is being played and you blow the whistle and another player holds the ball, you should not give that as a penalty, since the referee says it's a key decision and it was able to stand. And Doctor, you also spoke about the trans issue. It's an issue that's been going on for a very long time. At some point, even the intersex matter had to come into place, saying that women who had higher testosterone levels should have to step down their testosterone level to play with other women. And the controversy came on to, in the matter where you have to think, okay, if you say women who are actually women but have higher testosterone level cannot play with the actual women except taking some hormonal injections to ensure that it's reduced, it means that men who become women cannot play against women, because even if they downplay their own testosterone, it could also be higher than those of the actual women. So that's been a back and forth. For the US, some universities in the US allow trans women to compete with women and allow trans men to compete with men. So I think that is for the US, but for the governing bodies of athletics, cricket, swimming and all, they know that, for instance, as a swimmer, women have smaller wings and men have longer wings. So if you transition to become a woman, you still have the unfair advantage over women. So I think that's a good decision.
Well, on that note, thank you very much, A.B. Nyomo. And just to say that you are doing well, very well indeed. Thank you. Okay, well, President Tinubu is presently at the Ikoyi Praying Ground for the 2024 Eid al-Fitr chart. Well, we were told on Sunday that
Baba wa Minister for Environment wọ́n wà ń bí látòrí Deputy Governor Alhaji wa Muri Okunola tí wọ́n jẹ́ akọ̀wé àgbà fún President wọ́n wà ń bí gbogbo àwọn olóyè onífìlà funfun tí wọ́n ń ṣe ojú bàbá wa Ìlúwánúláì Babátúndé Oṣùọlálé Àrẹ̀mú Akínolódì first. Baba wa former governor àwọn tẹ̀ ń láti wà ń bí ni baba wa Rájí Fáṣọlá, baba wa Gbénga Àṣàfà, Mustapha Sego àti gbogbo àwọn tíìmù ẹ̀ náà wà ń bí, gbogbo àwa Rátìbí pátápátá, gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ọba nípínlẹ̀ Èkó látòrí Fuad Ọlọ́tọ̀ àti gbogbo àwọn societies Hizbullah ní Nadua.
Well, Eid Mubarak once again. The President of Nigeria, President Tinubu, worshipping in Lagos at the prayer ground to mark Eid al-Fitr 2024.